Hello my fellow readers, this is Jay Rajput. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about the books that I have read in February. So the first book is Kite and Sparrow by Brittany Weaver. I have read the first two installment in this series, and Blackbird and Butcher is like one of my favorites, but I didn't get along much with the second one, Leather and Lark, and I have the same thoughts about this one too. I like the concept of the girl who works in a circus and a doctor, but at the same time, I somehow didn't connect with the characters. I love the first book in this series. The second one I didn't get along. At the same reason, same choices. I mean, I think I my taste have changed. I don't know why I didn't connect with the last two, and somehow I feel like because of my book slum, I think I somehow become very aggressive with my readings, and the likings that I always had in books, I somehow that somehow changed. I don't know, but I like the whole concept of the doctor and the woman who works in circus, and I mean, this whole series all about serial killers. And first time I picked this series, I mean, every single book, dark romance book lovers is obsessed with serial killers, and this is the main reason I think somehow I picked this series. But for the most part, I liked it, but I didn't love it. I am going to give this book a 3 star. The first one I rated 4 star, and the last two I'm going to give 3 stars. And the second book I have read is Redeeming Six and Saving Six by Chloe Walsh, and I am kind of obsessed with this series. So I have read Shannon Johnny's book, the first installment in this series, like 2 years ago, and I was so emotionally attached with that book. I don't know why, but I think somehow I feel like the character Shannon was very sweet and kind, at the same time internally very strong, and the part Joy played in that book makes my heart very warm. He fell in love with Aoife, and their love story is like out of the world, and at one point when he was like lost himself, she was there for him even when her parents was against it. And the next book is Phantasma by Kylie Smith, and this is book about necromancer and a phantom. I mean, I'm going to be harsh with this book. I don't know how to explain myself, but I heard so many good reviews, and at the end I liked it, but I didn't love it. The first half of the book I was confused. I like Blackwell and Ophelia, but I somehow didn't connect with them as usual. I try to get involved with the characters, and I don't know why I just didn't get what I was looking for. I think expect too much whenever I pick some book from Book Talk, and then I get disappointed, and so I that's why I gave it 3.5 stars. And the next book is Barbie and the Villain by Veronica Lancet. I'm absolutely reeling. I'm shocked. The ending has me in a chokehold, and I need to know what's going to happen after this book. I really didn't like Barbie at the beginning of this book, but after the first few pages, I started to understand her. I started to feel very connected with her, and she really grew on me after her character developed. I like the idea of fantasy story world get real, and I also really hope so that we found out who wrote that books. I mean, at the starting of this book, I had a very bad feeling about the MMC, and I knew something was fishy in here. I knew कि दाल में तो कुछ काला है. I like him, but somehow I feel like that his character was something fishy in his character. I don't know how to say this, but at the end, when I mean, I'm not going to give spoilers. The end was traumatic. The end was heartbreaking. I hate him so much. I am looking forward to the next book. I am literally waiting for the second book, and I hope Veronica gave us as soon as possible. And the next is Of Ice and Villains by Veronica Lancet. I mean, I love Veronica. I have read every single book of hers. I mean, I feel like she is such an underrated author. No one was talking about her. No one is talking about her. I love her books. I mean, everyone should read her books. Her books are very versatile, and the characters are very versatile. Every character have a different storyline. Every plot is different. And in this book, I think I love the concept of a serial killer who found his next victim, but at the same time he found his muse in her, and he wants to kill her, but at the same time he can't. I mean, he desperately wants to kill her, but he just can't. And I don't want to give too much spoilers. This book, I feel so giddy when I was reading this book. I love every second of it. I love the MMC. I love FMC. This whole book was 5 star for me, and I hope everyone get the chance to read her books. Veronica is amazing. Chef kiss for me. I love her so much. The last but not the least book is The Variable Desire by Anna Darcy. This is the first book of her career, and I like it. This story is about two game developers, and the whole concept is very amazing. I mean, the MMC underestimated the FMC and the whole banter and all that thing. I love that. I love the whole concept. I first thought that this book is going to be a standalone, but then later I realized the book is not a standalone. This is the first installment in the duology, and I love every second of this book. The banter is amazing, the romance is amazing, the characters are amazing. I love the whole concept. I am giving this book a 5 stars, and I am anxiously waiting for the next book in this series. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below which one is your favorite one, and if you have read these books or not. Please do like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I love you.